Okay, this is going to be a little starter video basically for slide guitar. So if you have any interest in learning slide guitar, I'll give you an idea, some way you can get started with that. First thing I'm going to do is take my standard tuning guitar and put it in open tuning, open G that is. So my heavy string, I want to drop it down to a D. So I'm just tuning that to my 4th string open. My 5th string A, I want to drop down to a G. So that's in tune with the open 3rd string G. So I got 2 Ds and 2 Gs. And my thin string, I want to drop that down to D as well. And there's my open G chord. Now when you do the slide, the first thing I suggest is get a finger picking pattern happening. This is fun, it sounds full, and it's something you can play right off the bat. So I would do that, and that is the, I call that the dust in the wind pattern. It's basically the same picking pattern you would use with dust in the wind. I'm playing the 4 inside strings only, and I'm using my thumb on the 5th string and middle finger on the 2nd string together. Then I'm playing the 4th string with the thumb, and the index finger on the 3rd string. So that much together is, right? And then the second half, I go back to the 5th and 2nd strings with thumb and middle, but I separate them. And then the middle 2 strings again, separate. So that whole thing together will be together and then separate. There it is again. And again. So the first beat is always these 2 together, 5th and 2nd strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get that pattern going, either slow or quickly, then we can bring the slide in. So I put the slide on my little finger. You could put it on this finger or this finger if you want, wherever it fits. I like the little finger because that gives me these 3 fingers to fret with if I wanted to. When you use a slide, you don't press down hard on the strings, you just lay it on the strings. It's like a movable fret. So you want to put your slide right above a fret. For example, if I'm playing at the 12th fret, I want to get my slide right on top of that fret. Not where I would put my finger, but right on top of it, even parallel with it, like that. And then you always have to have at least one finger down on the left hand to muffle the strings on this side because they're going to be too noisy. So I just lay my first finger down, sometimes all 3, and I'm good to go. So my 1 chord is the open strings, my 4 chord is at the 5th fret, and my 5 chord is at the 7th fret. So here's my pattern. 4 measures of the 1 chord. Then I'm going to go to the 5th fret with my slide for 2 measures, and then back to open for 2 measures. Then my 5 chord at the 7th, my 4 chord at the 5th, and my open again for 1, and back to the 7th. So it's the open chord, I call it the Roman numeral 1 chord, 4 times, 4 measures. Then the 4 chord, which is at the 5th fret, 2 measures, and then open 2 measures again. And then the 5 chord, which is actually at the 7th fret for 1 measure, and the 4 chord at the 5th measure again for just 1. Then my open 1 chord for just 1, and then the last measure is my 5 chord again at the 7th fret, and then I'm done, or I repeat. Here's the whole thing. I'll count it off slowly if you want to try it with me. 1, 2, open, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1 here, open, and 7. And here it is at the tempo. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4. guys have fun with that, and I'll see you next time.